Hey everyone, hope you're well. I just wanted to come on here and talk for a little bit. I don't know whether anybody's, I don't know how many of you like like YouTube and things like that. But yesterday I watched the Sidemen's charity game against the YouTube All Stars and it was a pretty good time. Stephen tries was hilarious as he always is and it was just a really fun game. It was just a really fun game of football. Hello, mate. How are you? So, yeah, so it was just a really good time, and fair play to Bazinga because not only did he play in the charity match, he became a dad. So congratulations to Bazinga and his partner. I don't know what her name is. Apologies. Why am I apologising? It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, so yeah, so I still don't know what's wrong with my Instagram. They're not even allowing me to try and log in. They're not even allowing me to try to log in anymore. So I don't know what's wrong, whether it's Instagram or whether it's me. For those of you that, for those of you that do have Instagram, can can you log in and can you use it? Because as I said, it won't allow me to log in, and I think and when I go on the app, it says experiencing an error or try again later. I don't know whether it's my location or whether it's actual Instagram. So anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about this again. Apologies. That that's that's call mate enjoy your walk. So I was watching I was watching some old boxing highlights from David Tua. What a lethal finisher. If if I had to compare him to anybody today, I think it would be I, 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 I don't know actually. Who would you compare to a David to from today's era? I was gonna say Andy Lewis Jr., but I don't think that's the I don't think that's the right comparison. If you don't know who David Tua was, he was a lethal he was a lethal puncher, and he was one of the best heavyweights of the 90s. But well, he was never a world class he was never a world class fighter. He was always an entertaining fighter, but he was never world class. Like what I mean is when he went up against Lennox, when he went up against people like Lennox Lewis, he got completely outboxed. But as I said, he was always he was always up for always up for a war. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, going away from boxing, I've seen the UFC 281 card, and and I'm really looking forward to it. So I can't wait for that. Uh, if you have not seen my video from earlier, then then go and check it out. I basically talk about what's it about what is it like having having a disability, having cerebral palsy, to be specific, and being a content creator. So go and check that out after this if you haven't. Do, do, do you know what really annoyed me? Yeah. Do you know what really annoyed me? When people when people go out the way just to see what I'm doing, and they're trying to have a chat with me when I when I when I don't when I don't really want to have a chat. Like, obviously people are just walking past and they see it. Obviously, no problem. It's when people go out the way to just look at what I'm doing. It's like fuck. It's like fuck. It's like fuck off. You can ask me what I'm doing, and then if I want to tell you, I'll tell you. That really does piss me off. It gets me all angry because if I did it to them, they wouldn't like they would they would they would they wouldn't like it. But anyway, why am I talking about this? Apologies. So over the next couple of days, I'm thinking about doing a video on Chael Sonnen, so that should be interesting. And I want to make another video on who would Tito Ortiz. That would be a good one. And obviously, eventually, I want to do George St. Pierre as well. And I think the Diaz brothers would be interesting as well. My 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 favorite old school boxer is probably somebody like I haven't seen, just to be clear, I've not seen all of his fights. I've only seen him in highlights, but I really enjoy Lennox Lewis. To be honest, if we're just talking about UK, I, obviously you have to say Tyson uh, and uh, and Holyfield, and if you want to say Manny Pacquiao as a fighter, then yes, obviously Floyd when he was young Floyd before he became Money Mayweather was good. Obviously, obviously I've only seen small little clips of Muhammad Ali, but from what I saw of him, he was good. He was, I can't believe what you said. He was good. He was one of the best. He was one of the best of all time. And I just said he was good. Hmm. Speak, Speaking of Floyd, I've heard that that he's gonna fight Deji. my my Some of my favorite MMA fighters of all time are obviously Anderson Silva, Nate 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 Diaz, George St. Pierre. I liked I liked I liked Prime BJ Penn. I liked Matt. I liked Tito Ortiz in his prime. I liked Chuck in his prime. And obviously going back to the Diaz brothers, I meant the Diaz brothers from like 10 years ago, not today, for me. And when it comes to modern when it comes to current day fighters. I like I liked I like Usman. I like Kobe Covington. I like Masvidal. I liked McGregor when he was a fighter and not just some celebrity that some that some that sometimes does fighting when he can be asked. And that was part. I'm convinced if that was 2016 McGregor, I guarantee he didn't break his leg because you can tell the way he was moving in that fight. He was I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. I just felt 2016 McGregor is a lot more prepared for Poirier. And by the way, I like Poirier as well. I like Charles Oliveira. I like basically I like a lot of people, to be honest. I could be here all day naming fighters. I just like fighting, to be honest with you. But there you go. Yeah, 2016 Connor, I could really get behind, but 2022 Connor, no, not at all. I think he'll a jump. Obviously, what made me lose respect for him is when he tried to have a fight with that old man, and that old man basically didn't even move. What a bitch. Anyway. Hang on. The chat's going too fast. Hang on. Hang on, everyone. Can we slow down with the comments just for a minute just so I can catch up? Uh, so where was I? Where was I? It. Uh, hang on. Hang on. How? How? Uh, one second. One second. Yeah, that'll be a bit better for me now. I'm I'm sorry everyone, but I like to keep up with the chat as I'm going along. So hopefully you don't mind if I slow the chat down a little bit. Thank you, Tom. Much appreciated. So Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. I think I think I want Anderson Silva, but I would not be shocked if Jake wins. But well, I would be shocked. But at this point, Jake, I'm not surprised at anything Jake does. But the one thing I will say, if if Anderson does not respect Jake's power, which I don't think he will, then I think Jake might be fucked, to be honest. Because the only chance Jake has, if Anderson respects his power and he thinks, oh fuck, I don't want to be knocked out by this guy. But if he doesn't respect his power, I think Anderson might just try and walk him down and fuck him up, to be honest. And what I've noticed about Jake is I feel like sometimes he's a bit too hesitant to really throw anything. Like, and I feel like if he's hesitant with Anderson Silva, I can see Anderson Silva taking advantage of that. Even against Tyrone or Tyron Woodley, Jake was really hesitant at times. Yeah, I, I sort of yeah, it should be interesting whatever happens. I normally don't like to watch Jake fights. They just don't appeal to me normally. But because what I'm interested to see how big of a challenge it is for Jake. Well, obviously it's a challenge, but in the previous fights, even though there've been actual fighters, you've known that Jake has probably got the better boxing, I would say. But in this fight, obviously Anderson's shown that he's a pretty damn good boxer. So that's why I'm interested. And at the end of the day, look, if if Jake even goes to a decision with Anderson, then I think Jake can class that as a win. Because obviously people expect Jake to get knocked out. So if he can go to a draw with Anderson, I would say it's a win for Jake, even if he loses. And to be honest with you, I don't really like Jake Paul like that. But I have to be honest, I do like the story of the YouTuber boxer going against actual fighters. I just love that story. It seems like a WWE storyline, if you know what I mean. And do, do, hang on, do you do you think that type of you fighter help? I I I I would say so because let's say let's just say if somebody goes to a KSI fight, for example, and if they really enjoy, if they really enjoy, but boxing, yeah, like no, let me start again. If they go to a KSI fight, for example, and they've never seen boxing before, and it, and then they see that and they might say, "Oh, I like that," then I try that. And then if they go to a gym and try it, they might find that they really like it, and then who knows, the next heavyweight, the next world champion could have came from a KSI fight. So so I hope that answers your question. I feel bad because because there's so many comments. I find it difficult to focus on one comment. But I think I read that right. If I didn't, then let me know. In, in I think all right, all right. I think I'm just gonna call it a night for now, everyone. Because I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go too long tonight. So thank you for coming along. I appreciate everybody that liked the stream, everybody that asked a question in the stream. I hope I answered it right, and I hope I responded to you before you left the stream. So good night, everyone. Thank you for watching. And if you're watching this on the playback, then go and check out my video from earlier today. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like and do all that, do all that stuff. And for the people that care, I'm gonna look in, I'm gonna look into my Instagram situation when I get home on Tuesday. So I'll look into it then. Thank you for everybody that's tried to help with that, by the way. So thank you very much, and I will speak to you later. Have a good evening. Thank you for the love. That sounded weird, but you know what I meant. Thank you for the support.